I gave you my heart.
What up, baseheads? Just letting y'all know I made it home safe. It was a 4.5-hour trip for me. I got up at like 4, but by the time I got coffee and went to a store and all that, it was like almost 6 when I got on the interstate. Took me from driving up there, driving back, driving to the show and back, and then driving home, 860 something miles. So almost like driving from Kentucky to Florida. A round trip thing though, you know what I'm doing. I went to Indianapolis and back. Anyway, I had a great time, man. It was awesome. It was freaking hot as hell this weekend. I'm glad to be in my room where the AC is. I got to relax. I got to work tomorrow. So I was supposed to today, but I couldn't drive home last night because a couple people stopped by and it got to the point I was burnt from the sun. I was really tired from live streaming all day. So I ended up just staying another night, and I told my boss and everything, I didn't want to, fall asleep at the wheel. So anyway, I'm home now. I'm going to show you a little bit of the stuff that I got. And from Tony, I owe him my life now. He's still driving. He's got 14 hours. He drove 14 hours to that show, guys. And he booked us the hotel and everything, man. Tony's a great guy, man. He looked out hard, man. We really appreciate you, Tony. I know I do. Anyway, let me show y'all some of the stuff I got. And if any of y'all were at Slam, post up your videos on the group and everything. And I was going to say something else. Let me think here. Oh, yeah, now I remember. Team Base Outlaws, they posted up. I seen they posted in Doing Demos group. I'm in like 80 groups, so I was checking it out a little bit when I got home. I went on Facebook for a second. And I'll probably post this little video on Facebook. I'm going to make a YouTube video out of it as well, just to put it up on my channel. But you guys in the group will see it first. But yeah, Team Base Outlaws got the largest group participation at the show award. That's freaking awesome, dudes. I'd share the post in the group, but it only has like and comment. He has to take it off private or whatever. So maybe I'll see if I can get him to do that. Because that's awesome, man. 32 of us. So 32 of us, he said, filled out the correct registration or the pre-registration and the registration forms correctly. I put Team Base Outlaws KY. So where it said team. So that's what's up, man. Representing. I like that. Anyway, I had a great time. I seen a lot of people that I was wanting to see. I'm fans big time of a lot of those guys like Chris Lee and JP and all of them. The Bass Cop, everybody. It was just a great show, man. It really was. I mean, it was really, really hot Saturday. Sunday was a little better, but it was still hot. So that was the only thing. There was a big turnout. It was so hot. Some people lost subs. A lot of windshields got blown. I don't even know how many windshields got blown. It was crazy. I think Mike and them kept track of it, so maybe Mike and them can tell you. But anyway, let me quit yakking. I appreciate all y'all that watched. Let me show you the stuff that I got. And yeah, let's check that out. These were some amps that Tony had hooked up in his other build. He tore it apart. He used to have a station wagon with all that stuff that I showed you guys, the 6 B2 Rampage 15s. So I had another one of these amps. Mike bought that one. I'm going to sell this one. PM me on Messenger or whatever, however you can contact me. If you have to email me, email me. The link's always in the description for my email and the group. And if you join the group, you can click on my profile and message me. Anyway, that's this one. I'm going to show you the ratings on it. It's the DB45. Pretty big amp. He had it wired up. It looks a little scuffed, but he said he only played it because he only played it like 30 seconds here and there. So it just scuffed from being, because he had the build to put it in the build. But he just cut the wires off and everything that he was using. But let me show you the ratings. Here's the ratings. At 2 ohms, it does 400 watts times 4. 4 ohms, 270 watts times 4. 4 ohms bridged, 800 watts times 2. Damn, that's a pretty little powerful amp. I know it's a Rockville, guys, but I heard their amplifiers are actually halfway decent. It's got a low pass filter, 50 hertz to 3K hertz, and a high pass, 15 hertz to 1K. Looks to be a pretty decent. Don't have a bass knob or nothing. That's you. It's what you see is what you get. The glare off this thing. There you go. A little closer so you can read it. This thing can stay focused. There you go. Power protect. You got everything normal amp. Anyway, 4 ohms bridged. 4 ohms bridged. 1600 times 2. That's peak power though. Those don't. I shouldn't have read those ones. These are the ones we need, the RMS power. So the 2 ohm 400 watts times 4. 4 ohms 270 watts times 4. And then the 4 ohm bridge, the one I read the first time. That's like dynamics power or whatever. Anyway, that's that amp. She's a long one. Then I got these two, which I'm gonna keep one of these. I'm gonna run one of these myself. I like how little they are. I'm not for sure they're white. I don't know if they're Rockville. I think Rockville's white amps are marine ones, so they're probably water resistant, not waterproof, but water resistant. This is a 8-channel. Both of these. Same thing. This one has a sticker. I'm going to sell one of them, so get with me the same way I said. Just PM me or whatever. This one, I'll give you guys a sticker and the warranty card with it. They're brand new. He just had them hooked up and he played it like 30 seconds. And he blowed his windshield out of the other station wagon so quick he always had to turn it off. So these things have no play time on them. I mean, like 30 seconds worth. But here's the controls on it. Hold on. The only way I can do this, I gotta turn the light off on the phone, I think. There you go. See, channels, the first RCA inputs, channel 1 and 3. The second one is 5 and 7, and then underneath is 2 and 4 and 6 and 8. There's your gain, your bass EQ, which is bass boost or whatever, low pass filter. And you can put on low pass filter or high pass or full. 8-channel or 4-channel. And it's got Bluetooth too. Oh, damn, I didn't even know these were Bluetooth. So you can Bluetooth to these. These are really nice. So it's got, looks like 4 gauge for the power and ground. And then here are all your speaker terminals. See, it's got it all for 8 channels. That's crazy. This is awesome little amp. But those look to be, you could maybe squeeze, I don't know, you probably maybe squeeze 8 gauge in it. You couldn't get no 6. 8 gauge would be tight, but you could probably get it in there. Anyway, I don't have to show you this one because it's exactly the same thing, but I'll show you the ratings on it. Let me turn the light back on it for this one. Dang, that glare hits that thing, don't it? There we go. 8 times 65 watts at 4 ohms, which ain't bad for 8 if you're putting out for 8. Like if you had 8 mid-ranges or 8 tweeters or 4 mid-range and 4 tweeters, you have a combo. This is a great little amp to use. If you got them at 2 ohms, it'll do 95 for 8. At 4 ohms, it'll do 4 at 190. And that's 4 ohms bridged. And we ain't worried about the peak. So I like the 4 ohm one, 4 times 190. 190 is good. That's why I want it. That's more than my Toro. So I'm going to switch my Toro out for one of these. But this one and this one are for sale. My camera will just not focus. So both of these are for sale. And hold on a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. I don't know the number, so I didn't answer it. I'll call it back when after I get off making this little video. Also, I got me an EQ now. This will fit perfectly in that spot underneath my Pioneer radio, which I love. It's awesome. So it's a little Rockville too, but it's your usual EQ. It's going to help me because I use that tar amps. I can fine tune everything in. Sub frequency and all that. So the hertz. This is going to clean it up because I think I still get some vocals. Bunch of the stickers Tony brought. I got the Don't Be Naked. I still got one for you, Jeff. Ronnie and them came last night and I gave them a few. So, but I got all these American bass. If anybody needs an American bass sticker, just let me know. I might replace my one Tarps with that. I got a couple of Audio Legions. I'm gonna save the best for last though. I metered. I should have put the 400 amp fuses in, and I didn't. And I freaking blew the fuses on the first run. My subs were already hot. Like 150. I only clamped 1140. It looks like. So that's because the fuses blew. It didn't even get like. They were already hot, I guess. I don't know. All I know is it just, you know, if I could have got the 6K out of it like I usually do, the 5800 anyway, I probably could have got the 151. But I didn't have time. There were people there to do the second run, so it's all right. At least I kept my score going. You know what I mean? So, because I got all these other ones where I went to the other shows and stuff, so did good. Like I said about the Team Bass Outlaw, I even put it on here. See, TBO's on that one. I didn't really write it out like I did at the show. This is at Slamology. So see, I put Team Bass Outlaw KY. That's the same thing I did on the registration too. So that's that. And now for the best of all the rest. Got this baby right here. I gotta get me another one at least. I want 4 of them, but they're expensive, so I'm get one at a time. Start with 2. This is Zv5. This thing weighs like 100 pounds, 90 something pounds. It's heavy. He had this hooked. He had it hooked in an enclosure he had built, but he never even put power to it because he ended up tearing the build down and building that in the van you guys seen. So it's got the mega roll surround. Just needs to be cleaned up. It's been sitting around. It's an in-house build. Got the nice spider. This got an 8-layer voice coil. I got too close to it. All right. You can see it though. Got the black glue on it. It's stiff. Oh. Man, my X's I love. So I know this thing's going to be freaking, you know, slamming. Look at it next to the trophy. I'll show you how big that thing is, dude. Let me get something else that makes it so you see. Hold on. Anyway, like I was saying, I had a great time. I'd do it all over again if I had to. The only part I don't like is the drive, but it was worth the drive. Believe that. And I appreciate Ronnie and Isaiah and his girlfriend and their kid that came and see me at the hotel last night. That was cool. They drove all the way up there. The show was pretty much over, so I was headed to the hotel. So at least I gave them some demos, and we threw them some stickers, and what's his name gave them, Tony gave them his other pass, which that's another thing. Once you guys help me get to 2,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do like a drawing, and I'm gonna give one of you guys this. This is the co-pilot one. It's not been stamped. It's brand new. It's got the black lanyard with it. So, yep. When are you guys gonna get this? And I'll like I said, I'll give you some of these stickers too, some American Bass stickers and stuff. Just hit me up and let me know what you guys want. But and I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for sticking with me through the show. Thanks for joining the group. And I probably won't be going to another show right away. Me and Tony are talking about going to the Sundown show. I don't know when that is. I'm gonna have to find out. But it's gonna take me a few weeks to recoup everything. I spent a lot of money, But it's all good. I had a great time, man. It was like the best time of my life. It was such a good turnout, man. So, and I appreciate every one of you guys that are watching this that actually gave me demos and stuff too, man. Thank you. So anyway, this is gonna be a little short YouTube video just talking about that I'm home and the stuff that I got from Tony and what I did at the show and just a little information. That's all. I wanted to just post that up. I'll post some other videos later this week. It was epic. Chris Lee's was by far the loudest thing I was in. It freaking actually choked me. It would make me like gag. I was like, holy crap, man. Freaking, I know on one of my live streams, I think it was the second day, Daryl Nova was in there. And he freaking went in, when Chris Lee turned it up, he freaking threw his phone. Oh, I wanted this morning, dudes, before I get off here, let me tell you guys about what happened to me, dude. Freaking, you know, you see that sub there. We was on the 3rd floor, so we could look out into the parking lot and see our vehicles. Anyway, Tony brought all this stuff up to the room, the sub, all the amplifiers. You know, he had more stuff than that too. Like I said, one of these amps Mike bought. So anyway, he had all that stuff up there, and we were getting ready to leave this morning, and we were loading all this stuff up, and freaking, we couldn't find the dolly, like one of them little carts or whatever. So I was going to go on the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor and just look around in the hallways. So I go back into we were on the 1st floor. I went back into the elevator. I pushed the 3rd floor, and it started moving, then it stopped. I was like, oh man. So I pushed some buttons. Maybe it just didn't read the button right. 2nd floor, 1st floor, nothing's working, dude. It's quiet. After like 10 minutes, I'm starting to freak out. My heart's starting to beat because I'm like, man, I'm getting claustrophobic. I like watch movies about stuff like this, you know? So I don't know if it moved enough where I can't open the door or what. So I'm like freaking out, dudes. So anyway, I hit there's a bell there, and I hit it. It just starts ringing a bell. Ring, ring. Every time I push it, it's like an alarm thing. Nobody still ain't coming. So I start beating on the door. I'm going, Tony, Tony. And he goes, James, you in there? I'm like, yeah, man. He goes, you been in there all the time? I'm like, hell yeah, man. This thing's messed up. He goes, I can't get it open, James. I'm pushing the button. So I freaked out, and I just freaking grabbed the door as hard as I could and pushed hard as hell. And I've got that thing to open up, thank God, boy. And then the guy that works there, he couldn't get it to work either, so he put a thing on it. So we had to carry down 3 flights of stairs this 100-pound sub and all these amps and stuff. It freaking sucked, dude. But yeah, so that's what happened, you know. That's about the worst thing to happen, other than driving through the crazy rainstorm on the way up there, torrential downpour on I-75. That was dangerous. But other than that, I had a great time. I met some legends, which is awesome. I didn't see XO there. The bass cop was cool. Chris Lee, like I said, JP was actually a pretty cool dude, you know. I filmed him live, probably aggravated him a little bit. I just like, hey, you know what I mean? Give me some views, bro. Hey, you're JP, bro. I know. Anyway, you know, I try not to aggravate anybody too much, but I had a great time checking out all the different variety of builds. That was like one of the biggest thing that was cool to me, because there were so many different types of builds. It just gives you ideas and inspiration and stuff. You see what works, you know, what's working, what ain't working, loading walls or port areas and stuff like that. At least that I be looking at that stuff. I try to show you guys as much as I can. If there's any parts where it digitizes, I'm going to get a better camera down the road. I just got this one not long ago. It does good videos, but as far as live streams, it's okay. The one I want is 32 megapixels. This is only 25. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to kick back. I got to get some stuff done around here. I ain't been here all weekend. My room's a mess. And got to do some other stuff. Got to clean up my car. My tent fell off. The door frame's coming apart. It smells like speaker in there. Like the whole show smelled like that, like not like burnt coils. It was just more like, it was like a burnt coil, but it wasn't that kind of, it was like electronic smell, and everybody smelled the same. I was in the hotel room last night and I could smell it still. I still smell it if I go in my car. And my subs were still warm this morning when I woke up. That's how hot they got. Anyway, we're going to have an upcoming build. You guys see it. Freaking, right there it is. ZV5, baby. Thanks to Tony, man. Appreciate you, brother. And appreciate Mike, you know, looking out, hanging out with me, and Black Kia, Marcus, and Mazda, and shoot, there was a bunch of you guys there, man. I can't even remember. There was a bunch of people came up to me and shit, and I gave the one guy his fuses. You know, he wanted my blow fuses from the show. I gave him from this show, and from the Fat Farm one, so he scored with that. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Thanks for watching my videos, and I'll be posting up later this week. I gotta work all week. I gotta make up for this, so I'm gonna work extra hours if I can. So just stay tuned to Bass Junkie 2020, and join my Bass Junkie 2020 group if you haven't already. It's the same as the channel, capital B, capital J. And with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna get out. Live. She mad at you, so she cut for me to get back. Next time you bring me up, you make sure you say big fat. Big fat, 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 big fat. Trying to shout out me on live, I know you with that. Big fat, 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 big fat.